FouseyTUBE. You want to take a picture, dog? Did I pronounce that right? F-O-U-S-E-Y.
And he has a very, very close relationship with his fans.
It's actually FouseyTUBE.
If you want to be the change you want to be in this world, then why not start with you?
Highly controversial social experiment.
Me on Fox News wearing a keffiyeh to the world.
I got 1 million subscribers on YouTube. Yo, you just stare at my butt?
He's the Palestinian-American entertainer who plays pranks on people. Youssef Saleh Erekat is the man behind the YouTube channel FouseyTUBE. His fame reached new heights thanks to yoga leggings.
I was at the gym and I was noticing that every single girl that walked by in yoga pants, not only did I stare at, but other men stared at. So it told I asked myself, is it that easy? Does a guy just have to see a girl in yoga pants to be intrigued that easily? So I looked down, I got a pretty big behind. So I was like, why not put on a pair of yoga pants and test it out?
What? You liked what you saw, bruh?
There was an underlining moral message behind that video. Guys felt entitled to be able to stare at all these girls' behinds until they found out it was a guy, and then their egos were bruised, and then they had to defend themselves.
What's up?
Oh, man, what the
What?
Oh, man, what?
What? Why are you staring at my butt, dude? Huh?
Yoga Pants has been viewed more than 15 million times. Like many FouseyTUBE videos, it's funny and entertaining. But there's a subtext.
You know why I'm calling you that. Go home, you terrorist. Why are you wearing that? You're in our country.
His videos explore controversial issues. He catches members of the public off guard with provocative situations to see if they'll react.
Well, you look like one.
Well, you don't have to do something.
The hijab experiment, it's like, my mother wears a hijab, so obviously I lived with that fear of what's going to happen if somebody approaches my mom and does something nasty to her. So I translated that fear into a scenario to show the people who don't really even know what a hijab is or the purpose of a hijab, like, if you see this happening, it's up to you to put a stop to it.
You look like a terrorist to me.
This is my country too.
If you... Huh? What do you mean?
It's her choice to wear the hijab.
It's her choice to wear a hijab?
It's her choice.
I don't like it.
That's great for you. You can go.
I wouldn't call them sort of scientific experiments. I think there's sort of a mix between sort of experiments and sort of candid camera. With some slight modifications, they could be sort of interesting scientific experiments, actually.
You're the first person to do any of this, and it means volumes to the people who do wear the hijab, and people like me who knows my mother wears a hijab, and there's people who are actually going to defend her when something like this happens.
This form of social activism is also a profitable business. FouseyTUBE videos get millions of views, so he must be making a ton of cash.
Do you go into a doctor's office and say, hey doctor, how much are you making? Do you go into the grocery store and ask the grocery clerk, how much are you making? YouTube is a job. It's a career if you choose it to be. And YouTube is my career. So yes, I do make money off of it, but I went into YouTube before I made a cent. I went into YouTube for the love of it. I was doing YouTube before YouTube was YouTube. I was doing YouTube before you can get paid off of YouTube.
Youssef draws on his Palestinian heritage to poke fun at Arab stereotypes. That's helped him build a large Middle Eastern following, but he says it's also been limiting.
As much as you want to climb as the entertainer and you want to reach new heights, you always have the Muslim audience pulling you back and not letting you get anywhere. All it takes is me posting a picture, whether it be of my face and them criticizing whether it's haram or halal to do my eyebrows, or whether the chicken sandwich that I took a picture of is haram or halal to eat, to take away from the point of what I'm trying to reach across.
Oh, brother, Salah is this way.
Like, what is wrong with having a Palestinian entertainer with 2 million plus subscribers on YouTube?
I don't know.
Oh, look back loud.
Oh, no, brother.
How do you feel about the release of episode 1?
Recently, he started a new YouTube channel called Dose of Fousey.
Misunderstood.
It's the platform for a reality series of vlogs and reveals more of Youssef himself. So far, though, it's received a lot of negative comments.
When I show people who Youssef is, they say, why are you acting fake? Because throughout all these years, they've met FouseyTUBE, who's a reality, like a persona for the internet. Not understanding, like, yo, like, that's me, like, that's who I am. When haters tell me something, it's like, all right, sit back and let me make you burn while you see me succeed.
Posting selfies is par for the course for any self-respecting internet star. But lately a lot of shirtless pics are creeping into his timeline. I asked him if that was a little bit narcissistic.
It's a joke to me. I'm playing around with, I'm trolling the world by doing it. If you post a picture of like, you know, a regular selfie as opposed to posting a picture with your shirt off, all of a sudden people are like, oh my God, you're so hot. And they look up to you all of a sudden because you're hot, because of how you look, because of how you were born. It's hilarious to me. So when I post a shirtless selfie, I'm actually trolling. I hate doing that. I play the game to change the game, but I hate doing that.
So London can see you, just to let you know.
So this is only take all those selfies right now?
No.